Hello there. This is Bermuda. Does the horizon look horizontal? Did I set this camera right? Yeah, I think I did. That's good, right? The horizon. You know, when you take a photo, the horizon should always be horizontal. And when you make a video, it should also be horizontal. Anyway, I am making this video to answer a question that I've been asked a lot. And ultimately, it's going to be about death. So I'm warning you, if you don't like death, get out of here. But the question I get asked a lot, especially for this trip, and pretty much every time I make a trip, is why so short? By the way, I'm in Bermuda. It is in the Atlantic Ocean. It's not in the Caribbean Sea. And what you see there is the Atlantic Ocean, obviously. And right now I am on top of a hill. I could jump right there and kill myself because there are a lot of rocks down there. And yeah, and on the other side that you don't see of this camera is the forest. Very similar to this, but with more trees and more difficult to pass through. Anyway, back to the topic. So, why such a short trip? It's because of death. I think about death a lot. I think about it in terms of what am I going to remember when I die, and what am I going to regret when I die. And those thoughts, they're not just the reason for this trip. They're pretty much the reason for everything I do. They're the reason I go see friends every single week. They're the reason I eat with my parents every single week. They're the reason why I have a call with a friend who doesn't live in the same city we're trying every 2 weeks. It does happen. When we miss the week, it's going to the next week. It's also the reason why there's a friend I see every single month. All of that. All of those things, the reason behind all those things is death. The reason behind this trip too is death. And it doesn't matter how short it is. I mean, that's the point. The point is that it doesn't matter how short it is. Because I get to be here instead of sitting at home watching TV, which I don't even own one, so it doesn't my example doesn't work. But instead of doing whatever else I would be doing if I weren't here, well, I am here. Instead of doing what you're doing right now, which is watching this, well, I am here. You could be here. Some of you were invited. You didn't come, suckers. Oh my god, I am so vain. Anyway. The point is, when you have death on your mind, death is very present in my head. And I always think about what I'll remember and what I'll regret. I'm going to remember being here. Just like I remember being in Puerto Rico. Just like I remember being in Vietnam. Just like I remember being in San Francisco. Just like I will remember being wherever I will be next. But all these things that I remember, I don't want to regret them. They're not things I want to regret. I mean, I won't remember watching Game of Thrones, even though I don't watch it. I won't remember watching... What did I watch? I watched 24. I won't remember that. I won't remember watching Friends. I mean, I will remember that, but they're not highlights of my life. I want to have highlights in my life that are worth remembering, and this is one of them. Traveling is one of them. Seeing people you care about. It should be a highlight. At least to me, I don't know, it makes sense. Seeing my parents every week, that's a highlight of my life. So I want highlights in my life. Things that I will remember instead of things I will regret. I don't want to regret not doing something. Such as not being here. You know? So that's my answer. That's why the length of a trip, that's why I crush quantity so hard, because I don't care about the length of this trip. I care about the fact that I did do it, that I experienced it, that I have this beautiful view right there. I care about being here. It feels good to be here. It feels peaceful. All I hear is the ocean and the birds, and there was something else I heard. Oh, chickens. Yeah, they go cocorico all the time, not just in the morning. It's so annoying. Anyway, I want to remember those things. I really don't care about watching a TV show or a movie. I mean, I fucking love Avengers, but it's not better than this. Sorry. I love both. I love this more. That's it. It's all about death. What are you going to remember when you die? What do you not want to regret when you die? That's it. Peace and love. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my trip.